want to tell you something that I have found, that you can't always be sure that you're going to reach the meditational state that you're aiming for. At least I can't. Having done it for half a century, I still can't. I get there though. And what I find is that I'm robbing you in a way, because meditating for 5 minutes is the merest appetizer. You have to do it not for such a long time, but I would say 10 to 15 minutes to really get out of it what is intended. And yoga, in its origins and long through its history, is really about meditation. It's about getting, you could say, control of your mind, so that your mind doesn't take you places. You take your mind where you want it to go. You put your mind to work for you like a highly valued employee. Like a friend. Like neither a master nor a servant. So how do you do that? And how do you know when you're there? You can get so miffed when they tell you don't do this and don't do that. They never tell you exactly how to get there, because it is a place that at least is really difficult to describe. We don't have a lot of words for it because one of the reasons is we don't communicate when we're in it. So we don't learn the way other people feel about it. You know, when I was a kid, I never knew what heartburn was. Does it mean that your heart was burning? It's not that I never felt it. Is that nobody ever pointed to where you felt it. The minute they pointed to it, I knew exactly what they were talking about. But in meditation, there's nowhere to point to. You want to point to the pointing finger, but the pointing finger can't do that. So I say this to you, use what I'm doing as an appetizer and try to get the full meal. Get your fill of it. And just doing it once or twice may not get you very far. Yoga is based on vitamin P for persistence. And I can't really tell you how pleasant it is, but I can say this, it's very pleasant. And it's not pleasant because it feels good, like putting your hands in warm water on a cold day, or any of the other thrills, physical thrills we're familiar with. It feels different in a whole different way. It's when you're in it, it's undeniably spiritual. It leads you to peace and generosity and kindness and compassion, all the things we all know are good. Without any religious credo, we all know they're good. And that's where it takes you. But it isn't, being suffused with a feeling of generosity or kindness. It's not that. Here I am doing exactly what I find so miffing. Palms up, knuckles down, stretch your shoulders far from your ears, down, your fingers coming down towards your heels far from your hips. Raise your heads for a minute so your neck gets longer, the ligamentum nuchae gets a little longer. Inhabit this slightly strange body for a moment. Here's where I am. Is here who I am? No. Where I am is not who I am. What I am is not who I am. Am I a barber or an architect? What am I? That's not you. Too many architects for that to be you. It's a saying I read on a church as I went by. It said, be yourself. Everyone else is taken. And that's the way this is too. Explore that, as far as we know, unique individual that you are. How do you do that? By being quiet and letting you emerge and look at yourself. This is what I'm about to say is really hard to do without judgment. The way you do biology. No one in biology says worms are bad. No, you just want to know what the word, these are white worms and they wiggle left to right instead of up to down. They're only 3 centimeters long. That's, you want to describe it. You want to describe yourself. To whom? Well, to the listener, to you. So let us take a minute in which we're not trying to be as quiet as we can be, and that's all. We're trying to be quiet enough so that the main speaker, the main character in your drama, namely you, emerges. And you get to look a little bit at who she or he is. So are you ready? Set, go. What an adventure. So what is she or he thinking? What's going through his or her mind? That was 1 minute. Just put together 10 or 15 of those. I would recommend, honestly, I'm a little bit of, maybe you think I'm a zealot, twice a day for a couple of years. And some amazing things will happen. Doesn't cost much, doesn't hurt anybody, doesn't put you on one side or the other of any of the important conflicts of the day. But I hope to see you next week. Bye. Happy holidays too.